How to make up after a fight with your spouse. Teaching you a method to reconcile. Remember this. Spouse, marriage, happy life. Today, I want to share with you what to do when spouses quarrel. Recently, I came across an interesting topic online. It's about who should apologize first after a fight between spouses. The discussion in a variety show. She said that the one who apologizes first after a fight actually wins because both people are rational during an argument. But as long as it's not a matter of principle, no matter how intense the argument is, if one person is willing to apologize first, it can help cool down the other person's anger, allowing for rational discussion and problem solving. This answer sparked quite a debate among netizens. Some people praised this perspective, saying there aren't many issues between lovers that are truly matters of principle, and winning or losing isn't important. It's better to be a bit vague. The one who apologizes first is often the one who loves more, but there's a fear that the other person might not understand and take advantage of it. So, who should apologize first after a fight with your partner? In my view, it's like a fishbone in life, a minor issue that requires careful handling. If resolved well, it becomes trivial, but if not, it can escalate into a bigger problem. If one is clearly not at fault, why should they apologize first? Imagine this scenario. A couple has an argument. The wife sits in the living room, fuming, waiting for her husband to come and comfort her. But after waiting for a long time, she sees no sign of him, so she goes to the bedroom to see what he's up to. To her surprise, she finds him fast asleep on the bed, looking completely relaxed. This ignites her anger, and her mind starts to conjure up various scenarios, like maybe he doesn't care about me anymore, or how will we live like this in the future? The more she thinks, the more upset she becomes, leading to a sleepless night. Does this scene sound familiar? Though there might be cases where husbands genuinely don't care about their wives, more often than not, such situations arise due to differences in male and female thinking. When couples argue, wives often want their husbands to apologize first, seeing it as a sign of love. They believe that if their husbands love them, they should be willing to be more accommodating. But husbands usually think that dealing with the issue while angry won't solve anything, so they prefer to wait until they've cooled down. Women see apologizing as proof of love, while men prioritize problem solving, thinking that it's unrelated to love. The former focuses on emotions, while the latter focuses on outcomes. This difference in thinking often leads to a communication mismatch. Why can't you comfort me first? I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize first? Apart from this, some netizens shared their experiences. For instance, one woman said she had been married to her husband for over a decade, and he had never apologized after an argument. Many men struggle to apologize due to concerns about their pride and upbringing. Society often teaches men to be dominant and even glorifies physical violence as a symbol of masculinity. Tears, apologies, and other such gestures are seen as signs of weakness, exclusive to women. Men, ingrained with these beliefs, find it hard to apologize first because they associate it with being weak. Therefore, apologizing may seem like a trivial matter, but it carries significant implications. However, there are partners who willingly apologize first. Stephen, for example, has been married for 5 years and always apologizes first. Initially, he believed that a good man shouldn't let his loved one shed tears, so he always took the initiative to reconcile during arguments. But over time, Stephen began to feel imbalanced. He realized that he, too, had emotions and deserves to be comforted. Thus, he had a change of heart. During a heated argument, his wife burst into tears, apologizing for her harsh words. She expressed her struggle in controlling her emotions and doubting her ability to love him. Her words pierced Stephen's heart, making him realize that everyone's emotional management capabilities are different. He understood that his wife wasn't unwilling to comfort him, she simply couldn't. From then on, Stephen was the first to apologize in every argument. It's worth noting that while it may seem like men should always be the ones to comfort women, Stephen S. experience suggests otherwise. Emotional management skills and the willingness to compromise for the common good are essential qualities in partners. Those who apologize first usually possess these traits. Their actions signify, "I care about you, so I'm willing to compromise." It's not about admitting fault, but about showing care. Before delving into practical advice, let's recount a story shared online. A couple had a minor argument over something insignificant. The husband wanted to resolve the issue quickly, but the wife wasn't listening and walked away. During their silent treatment, both of their emotions gradually subsided. The husband realized that perhaps if he hadn't been stubborn and had hugged her instead, they wouldn't have argued. But due to pride, he didn't initiate reconciliation. To his surprise, his wife eventually came to him and casually mentioned that she had made too much food for supper and he could eat the leftovers if he was hungry. After showering, she noticed him eating her leftovers and teasingly remarked, "You're actually eating my leftovers?" The husband immediately apologized, acknowledging that he had neglected her feelings. The wife softened and apologized too, admitting that she had overreacted. They reconciled, and their relationship was back to normal. This anecdote illustrates that although arguments may occur, they need not create a rift in the relationship. Each partner is usually supportive and encouraging during normal times. However, when both are in a bad mood and seek comfort simultaneously, conflicts easily arise. In such moments, the desire to prevail intensifies, making it harder to apologize first. This reflects an underlying power struggle in marriages. But remember, in marital relationships, winning or losing doesn't matter. What's important is resolving issues together. There's a quote that resonates deeply: "Many things we argue about with our loved ones, if the subject were changed to our boss, we could easily tolerate. But because of the intimacy we share, I feel no need to suppress myself." Our connection is based on emotions, not logic. If you want to argue right or wrong with me, then you're dividing us into me and you. The essence of apologizing first lies not in groveling or lying to yourself, but in conveying a message to your partner: "I'm willing to compromise first because arguing damages our relationship. No matter how we argue, my priority remains you. So, I apologize first." It's not about admitting fault, but about caring. Regardless of gender, being the first to apologize isn't easy in real life. Hence, here are a few practical suggestions to keep in mind for the next argument. 1. Understand each other's ways of expressing themselves. Accept that everyone has unique love languages. Understanding these languages is key to effective communication. 2. Establish a cooling-off period during arguments. When emotions run high, it's easy to say hurtful things. To minimize damage to your relationship, agree with your partner on taking a break during arguments to calm down before discussing further. 3. After calming down, offer each other a way to save face. The core purpose of apologizing first is to provide a way out for both parties. Apologizing isn't about losing face, but about finding a resolution. If you believe you're wrong, apologize for your mistakes. If not, initiate conversation to ease the tension. The method doesn't matter as long as there's an exit strategy. Maintaining a marital relationship requires learning. Arguments serve as opportunities to discover issues in your relationship and resolve them properly. Sometimes, arguments don't create fractures. Instead, they become entertaining anecdotes. Reflecting on statement from the beginning, the one who apologizes first indeed wins. Between spouses, tolerance and patience are virtues, demonstrating not only humility but also wisdom. Lowering your ego contributes to a harmonious family. Jackie and Mary have been happily married for over 20 years. Despite their love for each other, they still argue occasionally. However, after every argument, Jackie is always willing to apologize first. He once shared, "Every time we argue, I think about how I would feel if I lost her." So, I cherish her. I'm willing to apologize and reconcile first because I cherish every day with her. Mary, known for her fiery temper, has become more gentle thanks to Jackie's tolerance. She used to be aggressive, but now she approaches people around her with kindness. Mary expressed her gratitude, saying, "Thank you for bringing me joy and a warm home for so many years." The one who apologizes first isn't admitting fault out of fear, but showing affection. They are willing to accommodate and cherish you. In life, many people will treat you well, but few will truly understand and accept you. Cherish those who do. That's all for today's sharing. Here, you'll never be alone.